Okay, guys, back here with you for your assignment. I'm going to be able to show you, just the data that you're going to be looking for. And if you go back up into your web browser and you type in Polls, Gallup polls, that's going to be a better option for us. And click on Gallup poll as opposed to Gallup. Gallup brings you really to the organization that does this work. And again, this is producing a lot of interesting information for us. I think that it has very good survey methods. Is it perfect? No. Bringing out statistics is a very, very challenging job. What you're going to do is you are going to look for count that, five interesting statistics that were performed due to sample surveys. Okay? Five interesting statistics due to sample surveys. And I'll do two of them with you. Okay? So I'll do two of them with you, and I'll make the screen just a little bit bigger here so you can see the board. So I'm going to do two with you, and then you're going to go ahead and do three on your own. Okay? So we're going to have a statement here. And after we have a statement, we are going to list the population. We are going to also list the margin of error. And we're going to list a second margin of error. We're going to list our margin of error. Okay? And the reason why we're going to list two margin of errors is we see which one that they've come up with. We're coming up with one that's slightly different. We don't have the capabilities of producing exactly what they have. Not yet, anyways. You're going to be able to search for different interesting facts that you want to know about. And I'm going to choose two right now. So I'm going to go over this More tab. And this More tab will bring up all sorts of... oops, sorry. Got a problem here with my screen now. Bring this over here. If I go over to my More tab, you can see that I can look at all these different issues. Okay, there's all sorts of issues that you can look at, that you can search for. I'm going to choose abortion. Okay, we'll start out nice and controversial right away. Okay, so because I don't know where America is at on abortion. And it says, if you look over here, it says, want abortion to be legal under any circumstances. 25% of men and 24% of women want abortion to be legal under any circumstances. So this is interesting because some people say, well, I don't want abortion to be legal at all, in no way, shape, or form. Other people say, I want abortion to be legal all the time, no matter what, any situation. And other people say, well, I want abortion to be legal, but only say if the mom's health is in danger, or only if it's within the first, say, 1 month of pregnancy, or only if the mother's been a victim of rape or something. So everybody has different ways in which they kind of think about this and come to terms with it. And you have your opinions, which is absolutely fine. I'm going to click on this because I'm really wondering, what does it say, and how should we think about the numbers here? Okay, and we'll do a couple examples of writing up a response. Okay, so it says legality of abortion demographic tables. As I scroll down, you can read through all the information. I've already read through this a little bit ahead of time. But it says right here that illegal under any circumstances, you have 25 and 24%. Legal under certain circumstances, 56 and 50%. And illegal in all situations, 18 and 24%. So it gives you a little bit of a breakdown. Actually, it says that, and you could use whichever statistic you wanted to here. I'm going to choose to use the middle one. Men, women. It looks like the number of people that were interviewed, 529 and 480. So that's about 1,000 people. So, and it's pretty close between men and women. They got just about the same number of people. So about 53% of people feel that abortion should be legal in certain circumstances. Not all the time, not illegal and all, but in certain circumstances. So that's what we have. Now, after you get that piece of information, I want you to be able to scroll down and I want you to be able to look at these survey methods. This is always a key part. Survey methods, it says that there were 1,009 adults that were surveyed. That's an important number. Population, 1,009 adults. The margin of error, you don't even have to report what they had for margin of error. But if you actually, you do it. I'm sorry, I do want you. It says plus or minus 4%. Plus or minus 4%. And then our margin of error that we are going to use, because I need you to be able to calculate this, is you take 1 divided by the square root of 1,009. So 1 divided by the square root of 1,009. And I get 0.03. So that is 3%. So our number was 53% of people feel abortion should be legal under certain circumstances. So what I do is in my statement, I say between 50 and 56%. So I add and subtract the 3%. Between 50 and 56% of people feel abortion should be legal under certain circumstances. Now, certain circumstances is not exactly very clear. What are those certain circumstances? We could argue about that all day, but that's the way that the question was asked. And it gives a starting point. And politicians, they'll definitely look at this. If they find that the majority of people feel that abortion should be legal under certain circumstances, but not under all, or be illegal all the time, they may use that as a political campaigning point. So you can see that data, that's part of what I want you to be able to write down. You can find that within your assignment. The second one I'm going to go to, and again, you can find whatever you want. I'm going to go to this More tab, and I'm going to choose crime for my second one because I am a criminal. Hopefully you laughed at that. My daughter did. Interesting stuff here. You could choose lots of stuff. It says Americans now support life in prison over the death penalty. Death penalty is becoming less popular. You maybe have feelings about that. So 64% of Americans want stricter gun laws. Nearly half of U.S. in fear of being a victim of mass shooting. I'm going to click on that one because I'm not afraid of being a victim of mass shooting. Maybe I should be. Maybe I should be. To me, it seems like it happens other places than Owatonna and Albert Lea. But I guess it sure could happen here. So I'm going to get a feeling how people perceive this type of situation, okay? As I scroll down, I'm looking at the data here. And it looks like this is how they actually have it listed. In August of 2019, 19% were very worried and 29% were somewhat worried. So if you add those two together, that creates a 48%, which is rather significant. 48%. You can actually look at the difference between men and women. More women are afraid of being a victim of mass shooting, and less men. If you look at the increase from October 2017 to August 2019, women increased 5%, men increased 12%. Gives you, again, some very interesting data. The one that I'm going to use in this situation is the two combined. In August of 2019, we have not too worried and not worried at all. I'm going to use the first two, that 48% of people are afraid of being victims of mass shooting. Now I have to get my sample size here, okay? I have to get my sample size. As I scroll down, I should be able to find this survey method, which is really important. And it says that there were 2,291 people surveyed for this. 2,291. We're going to go 2,291. We're going to get rid of that. And I'm going to make a little bit larger screen here so you can see exactly what's going on. I have 2,291 adults. So what their margin of error that they showed on the screen was 3%. We're going to calculate hours. And how we do that is we take 1 divided by the square root of 2,291. So 1 divided by the square root of 2,291. Don't have that one memorized. And I get 2%, 0.02 or 2%. And again, my statistic was 48%. So I will say between 46% and 50% of adults fear being victims, excuse me, of a mass shooting. Again, I can't encourage you guys enough that as you look at this data, you have your own opinions and own feelings, but don't react to it too much. It's just data. Don't think about how people should be thinking about why people are right or why people are wrong. Everybody has opinions, and this just helps measure the people's opinions out there, and it helps us understand our world better, where we're at. So I did 2 with you. I'd like you to do 3 more, and you can search really whatever you want on Gallup. I like to go to that more section, scroll down. There's lots of different things you can access. So thanks for your time. Hopefully this will be a meaning thing for you moving forward. I do use Gallup to try to find some of the information that I think is most relevant, especially when I find that it seems like people have different sets of information from different sources. And this is where I go to try to find what I feel like is statistically sound information that I feel is, fairly reliable about people's perceptions. So have a great day. Miss you guys. Stay safe. Stay healthy.